Hey everybody, Tom Teruska. I'm here with 1ET, and we are at Eckley Miners Village. And we are going to drive into the town, into the village here, to check places out. We'll be hopping out to check out some of the buildings that we're able to go into, and we're going to see how things go. So I'm going to put you in the car, in the phone holder here, and we're going to start driving down through the town, and I will pull you out and when we go into the buildings. And from there, we're going to do a little exploration. It's time to get shot. Okay, so we're in the parking lot right now. We're going to go into the village itself. Showing that beautiful home right there. Okay, let me get you back down to... Hey everybody, it's Tom Teruska. I'm here with Winnie, and we are at Eckley Miners Village. And we are going to do the drive-through village tour. We're going to check out some of the different stuff that's available to be seen. You have a good time. It's time to explore. It's time to get the shot. Yeah, that's the church. That's our church. That's the Church of Eckley. We're passing right now. And you can see a variety of the other homes that are here, depending on I'll let the UPS guy go around us. We have a few buildings that we are going to be able to go into. We're going to, looks like we're going to head down. Let's see where we're at here. I think we'll start with the Episcopal St. James Protestant Episcopal Church, and then we'll come down and work our way back up this way as we go toward the exit. Here's the UPS truck. And the reason why there's a UPS truck here, very simply put, people still live in the town. There's 21 residents in the village here of Eckley. And there is a houses are pretty similar in construction.
Very HOA.
Yeah, very HOA. And inside of the homes will vary based on how much money was brought in between the mining, the supplemental income of the kids doing their stuff, whether it was mining, whether it was helping with canning and selling eggs and meats and stuff like that.
Can't forget the wives.
And the
they
wives
helped out too.
Yep, they were all the hard work the wives did as well. They can't be forgotten about.
Nice bench.
Yeah, very nice bench in there. Yep.
There.
Almost looks like the homes are like duplexes.
They are.
Yeah, they are duplexes, aren't they?
Yeah. We call them half doubles.
Yeah, half doubles is another name for them. Typically, they're a 4-room house. A lot of the homes are in what's called arrested decay, meaning that they're not restored, but they're being preserved. Quick here, yes, it's in a phone holder, but we're going to do this here because I want to show you the foundation. That would be a foundation in one of these homes. What it typically looks like. Now, whether they're going to put another house up here or not, I don't know. That may be there just for display.
That really does not look big when you...
No, it doesn't.
I mean, the houses don't really look that small, but when you look at the foundation, it really kind of puts it in perspective.
Yeah, it
they
does.
really are not that big.
Some of them you can go up to the steps. You can look inside of them, but you can't go in. You can't go inside, but you can look inside.
Oh, I misunderstood that. I was thinking you can go inside.
Some of them you might be able to, and then there's some of them they go take pictures through the plexiglass they have holding up in the doorways. There's some sheds back there and stuff like that.
Look at how haunted this area is. Probably,
That is an excellent question.
probably very.
That would be a very, very good question.
Ooh. This one has a handicap ramp.
Oh yeah, look at that. There's a handicap ramp.
That's pretty cool.
And there's an outhouse.
Oh yeah, there's an outhouse. Oops. Missed that.
Is this the country store here, or the company store? Yes, this is the company store right here.
Alright, I'm either going to get out or have you do the picture.
And over here we have the prop colliery from the Molly Maguire's movie from 1968 starring Sean Connery. Again, appearing to be in what's called arrested decay. No problem. Winnie's right now taking pictures.
Yeah, hopefully one day soon I'll have a video. Next time we come back here,
Yep.
I'll do a video. But for now, just pictures.
Here's a nice
That's
shot of the
company store.
company store right here, which is almost like a modified form of slavery because all the employees had to buy their products from here, and they would jack up the prices on purpose just so that they can turn around and cause more grief
They were
and
not
take
paid-
away money. And they didn't make a lot of money to start with.
They were not paid in U.S. currency.
No,
What they were paid in was currency that was only used at the company store.
yeah, that's a good point. Company currency instead of U.S. currency.
So they were basically forced into slavery.
Basically, very nefarious times, the coal mining age. See some of the houses, they have them all secured. We got hasps and locks on them.
Kind of tilted.
That one is looks like it's starting to go in on itself there in that side room there. Yes.
Yeah.
Now it could be an illusion, and it could be the real thing. It could be actually falling in. And you can see, it looks like they have wood slats on what appears to be brick on that one right there.
Hmm.
You can see what some people would refer to as patina on this house right here. That's the example of arrested decay that they keep the town in for all intents and purposes. That's also somebody's house. Somebody lives there.
Mm-hmm.
And over here, 18. This would be the Protestant Episcopal Church that we can go into. And we're going to go into it. So we're going to pull the car over here. And we're going to head inside. So we'll see you in a few minutes.
Excuse my body parts. As I'm taking pictures and my fingers and stuff are getting annoyed.
Okay. Now, before we go inside the church, I want to show you this little shot here. Obviously, you see mailboxes. That's where people are living in town here. And you can see almost perfectly uniform everything is. It's quite the view. Most impressive indeed. This is the Protestant Episcopal Church I mentioned earlier. This is as far as we can go in. What you can see inside. St. James Protestant Episcopal Church. Beautiful church.
Ooh.
And I'll hold this like this. I'll pan downward for you so you can read this. Here's an example of the stained glass versus the clear glass underneath. And some of the glass is even frosted.
It is.
Yes. I love seeing dates on the manufacturing of a building, and I hope you can see this. Yeah, you can see this. St. James Protestant Episcopal Church, 1859 this church was built. Take a walk around the church from the outside, get an exterior view. Good. Get some shade here. Looks like they got modern plexiglass protecting everything from the outside, so it protects the windows on the inside and helps keep the church warmer, probably. Probably have them sealed up for the heat. And there's a shed. And you gotta love the stone construction of the foundation. Where my hand is foundation. I'm 6'2" where I'm standing, and this has got to be close to 7 feet. So this is like a 7-foot foundation on this side here, because it is built into a hill. Very impressive. There's another outhouse. This would be the recreation center. I've been in this church before, and that was when my older girl was in Girl Scouts. Amazing to see an outhouse. Beautiful flowers planted. And of course, this is where you did your business. When Soraya was in Girl Scouts, we came to this church here. I think Kiara came with us because we always made family trips out of Girl Scout trips. And I was one of the, along with Carrie, I was also a volunteer and a chaperone, which I really enjoyed doing because it was a lot of fun. I find it amazing that we still have 21 residents in the town. I think that's great. Hopefully that can continue as time goes on. We'll go down that way some more. We'll see what's down that way. Then on the way back up, we'll go get a closer shot of the colliery that was built for the Mother McGuire movie. The old and the new. The church and my Ford Fusion. All right, let's see what else we can discover. All right, we're back on the road, going through the village. I'm not going to put too much emphasis on the houses to our right now because they are residential locations. We'll concentrate on the homes that are not residential. See the barns down there. That's very cool.
And the outhouses.
Yep, can't forget the outhouses. Company doctor's house. That is the company doctor's house. Winnie's going to get some pictures. Again, not the biggest house in the world, but it is very neat to see. Yeah, and you can't really get inside to look at it. They got drapes closed and everything else on it. So we'll go back up here, go to the end of the road, and we'll see what comes up with next. Seatbelt.
Yeah, I know.
Winnie was a bad girl. She didn't put her seatbelt on.
Yep. Now get a smacking, a beating.
Okay.
It's banking.
Continue up this way. Then nice houses there. Oh, that'd be a nice house to live in. I wouldn't mind living there. That was the mine owner's house right there. 1861 construction.
Makes sense.
Basically, it's a mansion among the duplexes of the village. And again, they have all the drapes closed on the main level, so you can't look inside. For what reasons they do that? Probably to prevent UV damage. Beautiful home. The opportunity ever allowed, I love to get to see it from the inside. But when we get ready to do our turnaround, and when we go back the other way, we will look at other locations. Now, the reason why we're driving and not walking is because of the fact that I am still nursing a foot injury, and as such, to walk all this time will really have a negative effect. And we're going to see here, this house here is almost looks, comparatively speaking, modern, but still has the same rustic qualities that would be of one of the original homes. So it's probably original, just has a different build to it, and it has a propane tank on it. So I'm going to say that house is probably lived in.
Mm-hmm.
Go up here, do a turn around. Go back the other way. We got a nice little turnaround right here. And as I said, we are going to stop at the prop coal breaker colliery to get up close and personal with that and see the signs that they have for that. Yeah, I would say that's definitely lived in with all the propane tanks and everything else. I don't know if there's resident employees there or if what the deal is. I don't know if there's something going on back there because we got handicapped parking spots back there, so I don't know what the deal is there. I almost want to say that would look like a church because it has a bell in the roof.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But I don't know if that's a church or not. And I don't see a number on it. You can see the bell on the roof of this house. I don't know if this was a church at one time or if this is what the deal is with this particular house. Okay, this says, according to this is the original company store site from 1855. Mm-hmm. So that must have been a company store at the time. That explains that. We are using a map that shows what's what as far as the buildings go. As we pass the doctor's house again. Aha! Now this. Okay, now what we have here. This is the foundation for the Eckley Hotel, circa 1857. Very interesting.
Now, what is it?
The Eckley Hotel Foundation.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to be heading up back toward the miners' double dwelling, among others, which is a house that you can actually look inside of. And it's a beautiful day today. It's almost 70 degrees out. And very sunny day today. As you can tell, Winnie's not feeling so great.
He still has allergies and all kinds of congestions. There it is. cars on house that looks like the thing's falling in.
Yes. What are your thoughts, people? Do you think that place might be getting ready to starting to fall in, starting to have some structural issues? Or could that just be the way it's set up? Because you can even see toward the front that that corner of the house is sinking down some. It looks like it's sinking down to me. Doesn't appear to be being utilized. Well, maybe it is being utilized, or is it? But yeah, the house looks like it's having some structural issues. Now, and we did see a car there earlier, so that could be a house that is being occupied. As we're coming back up to the colliery again, I found a place where we can pull off. I'm going to pull off right now, in fact.
And that's as far as you can go, I think.
Yeah, I'm not going to drive it over there. Alright, we'll shut down the car. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to check out the colliery from up by the fence there. So, see you in a minute. And before we go over to the colliery, I wanted to show you guys the railroad tracks that come right here past the company store. As you can see, they have not been used in a very long time. I do not remember offhand if these tracks were part of a movie set or if these were actual used tracks in the village. But again, you can get a real good look at the company store here. I'm going to go up on the deck, see if we can peek through the windows here and see what we got, because it's locked up with padlocks, so you can't go inside, but maybe we can get a peek inside the window and see what's in there. It could be nothing. Huh?
I think it's charged.
Charged? What do you mean?
What's this? Oh, looks like a wire. Never mind.
I can't see anything in that one.
Like an electric fence.
No, there's no electrical probes. I don't know what you can see. Looks like the place is pretty much emptied out. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much emptied out. Whether they're doing an interior refurbish or not, I'm not sure. Get drapes drawn here and in here. And it looks like this is where they might have stored stuff in the back here. Rampway for people who are handicapped. Old picnic tables, probably still strong enough to use. That's where restrooms would be, but they're closed for the season. Doesn't mean they won't be opened up in the near future. It's absolutely beautiful out today. Sunny skies. It's hovering right around the 70-degree mark. About time. We need warmer weather like this. And here we go again with more railroad tracks. God, it would have been nice if they would have let them go across and just put a crossing area. We got rail cars here. Got a bunch of them, in fact. Overgrown. Be nice if they would clean that out and see about cleaning them out so you can get a better view of them. Pan this down for you, side by side. It's very bright out with the sunshine today, so I'm really not able to see my screen that well. I'm doing the best I can. I hope you can see this. It shows there 1968 filming of the Molly McGuires. This is only 1/3 scale. But most impressive indeed. Here's a pretty good view of the cars that are here. That would be going into the colliery. The wood construction, it's amazing how some of them are still relatively intact. It's nice that they didn't tear this down, and hopefully, like I said, even they don't restore, they just do the arrested decay. Here's the color view. Amazing. This movie prop is older than I am. And the vast majority of these homes were up before my family and at least on my paternal side, even came into America. The history is just incredible. You can see some of the railroad tracks. There's an old light there. There's some foundation right there, it looks like. No, that's wood structure. I'm sorry. That's wood structure there. There's something that was there at one point in time. Got a lot of overgrowth around it. I almost thought that was a foundation of some sort. But I can't go over the fence to check it out, so we're not going to do that. Here's a backside view of some of the houses, a couple of the houses here. I look at my car in here and I see all the buildings in here. I think to myself, we should have been in here in a horse and buggy. That would have been interesting. Nothing more enjoyable than American history. There's that mason stonework. Again, you can see what they use to hold the stones together inside of it on the stonework. Very cool. Another view looking up the road. Amazing. This is one of the duplex houses. And front room, which shows a bed, some clothes, linens, and the back is open. We may be able to get to see inside of here. We'll go to the back side and we'll see what we can come up with. But here's a view inside from the front. And I'm going to go over to the next porch over so that Winnie can look in this one. I'm going to check out this one over here. See how this is set up. This is set up pretty much the same way. It has basically a bedroom. A lot of glare, can't see very well. But we can still go around the back. And that's what we're going to do. Maybe we'll get a better view inside the house on the back side. Oh, this is already a better view over here. Looks like a toddler's bed and a regular bed. Those are the way they had to live back then. This appears to be the kitchen area. Yep, that's the kitchen area. You can see the stove. You see the cutlery and the dishes for eating. And the two rooms that would be upstairs, I think, would be bedrooms as well. Immigrant Miners Kitchen, 1880. See what this side looks like by way of comparison. Probably just reversed. Yep. Oh, they got nicer chairs. They got a gas lamp. Miner's kitchen. A little bit nicer facilities. And over in here, an outdoor I guess the outdoor kitchen for in the summertime, so it's not so hot in the house. So you can get a view from the back side. Quite the stove right there, huh? And then come over here to this side. And This looks like storage. Very interesting. Very cool. I'm just commenting. This must have been the garden area. Had it all fenced in and everything else. You can see by the meter on that house there, that house is occupied. Plus it has a mailbox out front. So needless to say, those are not the houses you want to go looking into. That could get you in trouble. Very cool. All right, we're off to the next place where we can check inside. See you in a bit. Our last stop of the day is this church right here, Immaculate Conception. And it's another one of those that you can look inside of. The Church of the Immaculate Conception. This is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Holy smokes. You can see the reflection of the stained glass behind us. What a beautiful church this is. My word. Absolutely beautiful. And we just sign here. I will pan it down for you so you can read it all. And there you have it. Now, of note is the indoor museum tour is $8 for adults, $7 for seniors, and $4 for kids. Active military is free. The tour of the outside here of Eckley Miners Village is free. And we did do the tour. That'll be in a separate video. But yep, this is the main indoor museum building. And just want to walk into an exterior walk around of this beautiful light green house. This house is absolutely gorgeous. And it has an outhouse and a shed. This is a museum store. It's closed until further notice. So this is a museum store right here. So unfortunately it's closed till further notice. But what a beautiful location. And here's Church of the Immaculate Conception from the side. Picnic benches. You can actually have lunch here. Garbage receptacle to put away your garbage. Awesome location. I recommend this to anybody, especially if you're a history buff. Alright, so that was the tour of Eckley Miners Village. This was the outside tour. We have the inside tour, which will be a separate video, as I mentioned. Like, share, subscribe. You know the deal. Don't forget to subscribe to Winnie's channel, Winnie T. Show her some love. And we'll catch y'all in the next videos, guys. Have a great one.